All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to start off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yisrael that rule well, and salutations to you, Akim, out in the highways and the byways, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity to you, brothers. We say shalom. This is the brother Shakal,
Brother Asha.
Mr. Brother Yaya.
out here from the GMS Chicago camp, coming at you with another lesson. And basically, what we're going to touch on today is going to be about those earthquakes that happened just a few days ago, and how really that's a sign, and how the scriptures explain that to be a sign of one of the signs of many that proves that the Lord is about to visit this place, man. We could start out with that second Esdras 9, because these things, that's not normal, man. I mean, the earthquakes happen, but for them to happen, especially the way they did this time, that's strange, man. You had, and Bruce could look this up too. You had what? You had two earthquakes that happened in Venezuela. You had one in California.
Yeah, I got it with the bros put it.
Oh yeah.
Let me show the map that the bros put it up there. Can you? How do I show that right quick? Yeah.
There you go. You see, two in Venezuela, one in Japan, one in California, New Guinea, and the Philippines. So that's earthquakes in diverse places, like the scriptures say, man.
Facts.
And then the Lord said, when we see these things, that means what? That the Lord is about to return. This is the one of the signs that proves that what times that we're in, and that the Lord is about to be here, man. So what does that mean? Hey, we got to be on our P's and Q's. We got to be on point. We got to constantly to kill the old man. Constantly and continue to preach the word in season, out of season. Gather the elect, do videos, walk in the spirit, even more, man.
Facts.
Okay. This is that second Esdras 9, and I'll start at verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Right, and that's how we measure the times, by the signs. Because the Lord didn't give us an exact time when He was going to return, when the day of the Lord was going to be, but He did say, "I'm gonna give you signs to show you when I'm close, when it's near." Right. So when we look at these signs, by looking at these signs, we could tell, we can measure what times we're in. One of those signs is earthquakes. Another one's the upwards of the people. Another one is wickedness flourishing at a high rate. Another one is Esau being exposed. And there's plenty more. All of these are signs that the Lord is about to return, man. And guess what? All of these are happening simultaneously, man. And this event of these earthquakes, this just happened, about 2 days ago?
Yep.
So hey, that's literally what it means. If you don't want to take it seriously, if you don't want to believe it, well, that's on you. We're the scriptures are saying it, and not just the scriptures. The Lord sent us, the prophets, to give you the breakdown of what these things mean. And if you don't want to, if you want to think it means something else, if you want to say, "Oh, well, we always have earthquakes. It's been happening," then okay, then you're gonna be lost. And guess what? Like the scriptures say, that the day of the Lord is gonna catch you unawares, man, like a thief in the night.
Yep.
Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made.
Go ahead.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world,
which is, we're seeing a shitload of uproars of the people. People are fed up the way the world is being ran. They're fed up of America. They're fed up of corruption. So you got people going against their government, going against, people protesting here and there. You have the World Cup happening right now, right? It's one of the biggest events in the world that happens, I believe, every 4 years. And some of the cities that are hosting this World Cup, you have people protesting outside these stadiums. You know, this is it's literally just like Rome all over again, man. Rome, when it was falling, what was it doing? It was giving out more and more bread and circuses. Everything was all fucked up around Rome. Everything was falling around Rome, but yet people were still having these events. You know, these are also things to consider, man. So that's the times that we're in. We're in the times of this place falling. You know, so we're seeing the opposite of the people. And guess what? We just showed you these earthquakes that recently happened.
Yeah, earthquakes, like you said, is a telltale sign. The economy crashing is a telltale sign. Like you're saying, when in the history has the American dollar ever going to be removed? You've never seen this before. That it's about to become digital currency, and the dollar in America is done. That's a huge indicator that this place is over with. You know, the same thing that the elder is going into. All these things are telltale signs that this is not a normal. These are not normal events. This is not a normal time in history for all these things to be unfolding. For you to be pretending that this is just another day, you're fooling yourself.
And that's it.
Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things in the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
So yeah, so you've been warned for a long time, man. You know, so hey, like I said, take this message how you want, but you can't say you weren't warned. You can't say you weren't given the proper understanding of what these things mean, man.
Right. Yeah. The scriptures is clear. Wickedness has an expiration. Just like the flood in Noah, the Lord had got tired of the wickedness in the earth, and the Lord extinguished it. The same thing in Sodom and Gomorrah. Wickedness had reached a height that the Lord was like, all right, it's a time for the destruction to happen. The same thing is happening right now in this modern time. America has reached a height of wickedness, and the Lord is like, okay, it's time for this wicked abomination to be destroyed. Every time there was massive destruction, the wickedness had reached a height that the Lord said, all right, enough is enough. And that's where we are. And that's what the scripture is going to say. Wickedness has reached this measure. Keep reading down.
Verse 5, for like as all that is made manifest in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and ending in effects and signs. And
right. There you go. Endings and effects and signs. And that's literally what we're seeing. You know, there's plenty of signs that are happening right now at the same time that point to the Lord's return, like the scriptures prophesy. You know, so again, you know, more of a reason why we should be more on point. You know, this, like 2 Corinthians, the 6th chapter says what? This is the day of salvation. Now is the day of salvation. You know, and like Romans, the 13th chapter. You know, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. You know, so this is what this means. So hey, get right before it's too late. Because once the Lord's come, once Yahweh Bashim Yahushai come, it's gonna be too late. You know, when he comes, he's just gonna come and give judgment. He's not gonna come and try to plead with you and come in the spirit of mercy. He already did that, and he's doing it a second time through his prophets. So you ignore those. Hey, once he comes again, it's just gonna be judgment. That's it.
No, go to 2 Ezra 15. You got something else in this Shakal in the 2 Ezra 9 you want to touch on?
No, that was it.
2 Ezra 15 goes right along with what we're talking about. That this measure of wickedness has reached this apex. Started one, and like elders going into with this has all been outlined in the scriptures, man. This is there's no wavering, or you could get go ahead.
2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
This Bible is faithful and true. This is what the Lord was talking about. You say I come in the volume of the book. It's testifying of me. The falling away of Israel, the Redeemer, Yahweh Shah, coming to save Israel, the salvation of Israel, and the destruction of the wicked. That's what this Bible is all about. Plain and simple. And the Lord is telling you. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
The incredulity is the unbelief of them trouble you, like we're talking about now. They don't believe we're the prophets of the Lord. They don't care. They're willingly ignorant. They like, oh man, y'all been saying this forever. Place is still going on. They been talking about this 100 years ago. All right, keep believing it ain't gonna happen. Go ahead.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
And who's the unfaithful? 2/3 of our people, and we know the rest of this wicked people. They don't regard or fear the Lord. So that's why it's going to come as a thief in the night, because they don't believe. They didn't believe him then. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Behold, said Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Straight out of the book. Plague, sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's not going to be a good time. There's going to be people crying, wailing in the streets, because they was hoping this day was never going to come. But that's not what the Lord said. He said, because of your wickedness, the hurtful works are fulfilled. Nobody's doing more wickedness in the earth than Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed who's over there trying to stop the war in Iran, who's trying to implement the MOTB, who's trying to do all, to be as God, control the rest of the populace, but the Lord has other plans for this devil. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore saith Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cries unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
And we're complaining continually about this place. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what me and the elder brother was talking about earlier. This place is only going to get worse. It's called Babylon, the great whore, for a reason. Their witchcraft, their sorceries, their wickedness. Everybody's tired of it. Right now they're merging human beings with this, AI, so they think they can be God. They polluting the air, the food, everything is destroyed. So the scriptures is clear. It said when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Everybody is mourning around the world because they're tired of these wicked ass devils in control. They have no freedom. Their freedom is doomed. You're going to do what we tell you and accept it and be happy about it. Everybody's tired of this wicked devil. They're tired of the wicked least running the world and the shit show that's being surrounded by it. There's more poverty. This is supposed to be the richest time in the world, right? So why is there more poverty all around the world if this is the best time to be living? That's because these wicked elite are hoarding the wealth. They want to make sure it's their way and that's it. And people are fed up. Like that's why the uproars are happening around the world. They're tired of being left out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 9, and therefore said Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
And that's what's going down. You can jump down the sedition of men. You know what I mean? This is the uproars of the people, unless you got something else you want to go into, Chicago.
No, go ahead. You got it.
Yeah, jump down to 14. Yeah.
Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
You see that with the war in Iran. You see that with Ukraine. And essentially that's going to happen right here in America. It's going to be civil war. And that World War III is going to be it's going to be the culmination of all this wickedness, man.
Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
People are going to finally say, F the government, F these people, we're going to do what we need to do. And this is a part of that lawlessness that's going to come and increase in the earth. We already see it now in other countries. They're going to war with their governments. It's only a matter of time before it happens here.
Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
And that's the times we're coming into. It's the elder brother going into. All these signs is happening, the earthquakes, the sedition among people, the wars and rumors of wars. All of this is percolating, is going to explode. The Lord is stirring the pot, man. And there's his word is not going to return back void. He's going to accomplish everything that he said is going to do, to bring this wicked kingdom down once and for all by thermonuclear fire and lasers from them chariots, man. But the people have to be warned first, and that's what we're doing, warning the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like you said, it's only going to get worse. These are all things that are supposed to happen before the Lord returns. And it's already starting, man. So the fact that all this is happening, the fact that you got the earthquakes happening, Esau being revealed, the prophets out here getting bolder and bolder, all that is a sign that the Lord is about to return.
God. I'm gonna read one more verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And these are all the things that are coming down on the people, that we're these are the things that we're seeing, and we know this is gonna happen because of the signs in past time that have happened, man. It says a wicked generation seeketh the sign, but it ain't gonna get a sign, man. The sign that they have right now are the prophets that's bringing out this word and truth, man. And if you don't listen to that, then this is what's coming for you, man. No pity upon his neighbor, man, but destroy their houses with the sword because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. You people are going to go through it because you didn't want to listen, man. And you refuse to hearken, man. And the Lord is continually showing you signs, man.
Yeah, that's it. You get Matthew where it talks about earthquakes in diverse places. It's well deserving, man. So, seeing the signs, hearing the prophets, getting the understanding of what these things mean, and it not getting right, then the Lord is going to be justified when He comes and judges this place, man. And a lot of you are going to be without excuse. This is literally what these things mean. Go ahead.
God, this is Matthew 24, and I'll start at verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
There you go. It's just the beginning. It's only going to get worse, man. But it's just the beginning, of everything, that's only going to get worse. And not too long after that, the Lord is going to come back, man. This is the times that we're in. This is what these signs mean. It's not a coincidence that these things are happening simultaneously. These people be talking about feeling energy and, oh no, I felt bad energy, so I had to leave this place or whatever. But you don't see what's going around you. None of this gives you a certain shit. Maybe something is wrong here. Maybe something's about to happen. People are foolish, man. Like Yahweh Shai said, you could tell the signs in the sky when it's about to rain, but you can't tell, what times we're in.
Yeah.
So hey, that's why for those that don't want to take heed, those that aren't watching, those that get the understanding but don't want to believe it and want to say it's something else, well then, hey, you're gonna get caught off guard here, man. And you're gonna wish you paid attention. You're gonna see it and understand it then, but it's gonna be too late. You're gonna wish you understood it before then. You're gonna wish you listened to what we were saying, man.
Right.
And Lord willing, hey, since we're listening, we're watching. Lord willing, we are those men that receive mercy. But this is what this means. So get right, or else,
Okay. I'll get this one real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 Peter 3, and I'll start at verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering towards war, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. That's why the Lord is constantly sending out his prophets to warn the people, man. But you people don't want to hearken. And that's why this is going to come upon you like a thief in the night. 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, and the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And how is that going to happen with them ICBM nuclear missiles, man? As well as the chariot fire, man.
Yeah, it says, right, and it's going to be like a thief in the night to those that don't want to take heed, to those that aren't watching or paying attention.
Okay.
That's who is going to come as a thief in the night. Those that are children of the day, those that are watching, hey, we're gonna see it because we're gonna be, constantly measuring the times and seeing what's happening. It's not gonna catch us off guard. Lord willing, we're those men. We're gonna be ready.
Okay. And that's what it going into verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be, and all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah, so we're seeing what these things mean, that the Lord's almost here, and knowing and understanding what it means when the Lord actually comes here. And if we don't want to be part of that destruction, what manner of people are we to be, man? But in all holiness, of conversation, having our conversation in the heavens, man, acting like a citizen of the heavens, which is acting like an Israelite, according and moving according to the scriptures.
Okay.
That's the only way we're going to be saved, man. And the clock is ticking. Those doors of mercy are almost closing. Those signs mean exactly that. So get right, because there is no other salvation.
Okay. A couple more verses. Verse 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And kind of that's the point right there, man. So the elect are being watchful and being prudent and looking towards the things that are about to happen and looking past the things that are about to happen to the kingdom, man. But the rest of these people, they don't want to hear it, man. So they're gonna be taken as a thief in the night, man. They're gonna be caught unawares, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Can you get what is it? A Habakkuk or Nahum, where it says the Most High has his way in the storms and the whirlwinds?
That's Nahum 1. Yeah. This is Nahum 1 and 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
Right, and that includes earthquakes too, man. So the Lord is controlling all this. The Lord is doing all this, as part of judgments, but also as signs of him being close, him almost, visiting the earth. So hey, we got to pay attention to these things so we could be ready when the Lord comes, man, and not ignore him. This isn't just, our earthquake just happened and that's it. Now we're just, going back to normal. No, this is, oh shit. Earthquake didn't just happen, but it happened, different parts of the world at the same time, and they continue to happen. No, this is something different. This is telling us something. That's the spirit we got to be in, man. Because if not, then like we just read, the Lord is gonna come to you like a thief in the night, and you're gonna want to understand. You're gonna understand them like this. Damn, so there really was that, but it's gonna be too late for you to do anything, man. The time is now, like it says, like it says in 2 Corinthians, the 6th chapter. But we could end it off with a Romans 13. Can't hear me? I can't hear you.
All right, I took it off. It's Romans 13:11. It says, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we're gonna end it on this one. It's Romans 13:11. It says, and that knowing the time that now is high time to wake out of sleep, but now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Right, and that's what that tells us, man. That's what we got to think about when we see these things. The more and more these things happen, the more and more the Lord is getting closer. So the more and more on point we got to be. Go ahead.
It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. It says, let us walk honestly.
Right.
As
So put away the old man. Stop bullshitting. Stop bullshitting it around. So, be on fire. Be ready to sacrifice, to lose things that can make you uncomfortable. And be that new man. Live according to the scriptures. That walks according to the scriptures. That loves Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That is constantly pushing His word. That's feeding His sheep, protecting His sheep. That's we got to be like that more and more, and at the same time, while putting more and more away those works of darkness, things that we got to work on ourselves, things that will make us fall off, or could potentially be a stumbling block, and also things that might not be going off, but we need more balance of, or could be a distraction.
Facts. Yep.
That's why, so that we could be ready, man, and the Lord could come back, and we would have done everything He commanded us to do. We would just hear, "Well done, my good and faithful servant."
That's what we want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Said, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in riot and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, and not in strife and envying.
Right. So Jay, just walking according to the Spirit, not in all that bullshit. Ain't nothing wrong if you go out here and there, but don't make that your main focus. That's what you're constantly doing. Nah, man. This is our main focus, especially now, man.
It says, but put ye on the Lord, Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, and make no provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Right. And how do we do that? By walking in the Spirit. Walk in the Spirit, you should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So less indulgence in the flesh, we should strive to do, man. Especially seeing these signs and knowing what these signs mean, so that we won't get caught off, just pleasing ourselves and forgetting about the Lord, but we will get caught pleasing the Lord and denying ourselves.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was it.
So with that, hopefully, Brian will edify just something that was in our spirits. This is what these signs mean. So, take heed, man. So we're going to, hopefully, Brian will edify. We're going to end it by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yeshua, the Ruel, and salutations to you, Akim, out in the highways and the byways, preaching His word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
And a Baba.
Kwam Yasharallah and a Baba Ball. All right.